Hello, this session is for the orange belt. So first of all, we're not going to be doing anything to do with our belts this lesson, so you don't have to worry about grabbing your belts or anything like that. You can leave them off unless you still want to train with your belt on and you decide to train with it, which is completely fine. Apart from that, jump straight into it. Hands to your side feet together and bam. Head all the way up. And down. To one side. And inside. Circles one way. And the other way. Shoulders forwards. And backwards. Arms forwards. And backwards. Cross your body. Hands on your hips. Push forwards. And backwards. To one side. And the other side. Around one way. And the other way. Hands on your knees. Roll your knees around one way. And the other way. Stand up, touch your toes. And back up, touch your toes again. And back up. Shake your arms, shake your legs. Okay, we're going to open those legs a little bit. Just a little, so we're not going all the way out there. Okay, and we're not just in there. Okay, so we have a lot of problems when we're in the lessons of when we say to open your legs a little bit, we get stupid amounts, or if we do an exercise down here, so on the legs, and then ask you to open your legs a little, you'll go that much farther. When I say open your legs a little bit, I literally mean open it that much. Or if I say open your legs a little bit more, I mean just a little bit more. So from there, if I say to open your legs more 4 times, and by the first time you're already out there, you've gone too far. Okay? So from there, they're going to stay about the same width as me. So from there, they're just a bit wider than my shoulders at the moment. Okay? I want to go down and touch one ankle. And over to the other. And we're going to see if we can touch the floor in the middle. And I'm going to open those legs a little bit wider. So from there, see, I literally just moved them a little bit further out, and that was it. I didn't big stretch, just nice and small. Okay? And we're going to go straight down into the middle. We're going to go up onto those toes. And back onto those heels. And we're going to go and touch one ankle. And over to the other. From there we're going to open them a little bit wider. Hands on the floor. And we go up onto those toes. And back onto those heels. Down over to one ankle. And over to the other. Now I'm going to go a little bit further. Up onto those toes. And back onto those heels. And from there, slowly bring those legs back together. And from there, we're going to shake those arms, shake those legs. Okay, we're going to go down onto our knees. And sit down. Up onto those toes. And back on down. And up again. And down. And from there, we're going to sit onto the bum, both legs out in front. Okay, hands out in front as usual, push your toes forwards. And pull them back. Circles around one way. And the other way. And bring one leg in. And circle, circle. And turn all the way around one way. And around the other way. And back to the middle. And bring the leg over. Pull it nice and tight. And back out. And bring the other leg in. And around one way. And around the other way. Now back to the middle. And bring the leg over. Pull it nice and tight. both legs in, grab hold of the feet, and slowly go up and down. And we're going to go up and down. I'm going to rock from one side to the other. I'm going to bring those feet in a little bit closer. I'm going to go up and down. I'm going to rock from one side to the other. Then we're going to see if we can get our heads to touch our toes. And back up again. Shake those legs. I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to rock one side to the other. And we'll see if we can get our heads to touch our toes. And back up, shake those legs a little bit, and I'm going to stand up. Okay, hands by sides, feet together, bow, go and get a drink, then straight back. Okay, hands by sides, feet together, bow, shake the arms, shake the legs. Okay, left leg in front, fist up. Okay, we're going to go for front punch, back knee, back snap kick. Okay, just nice and slow. Okay, so with me, itch, 1, 2, 3. Just at that speed as well. So the moves are going to be done properly and nice and sharp, but I want them to be done at a nice slow pace. So as soon as I say itch, it's 1, 2, 3. So we're taking our time with the moves and making sure that they're all done properly. So making sure that punch comes out in front of that nose and it's all the way out, not stopping there. Making sure that when that knee comes up, those toes point down to the floor and it comes up above those hips. Make sure we don't drop those fists at any point. When that snap kick comes up, that knee comes up, those toes are pulled back and it comes straight up at those hips level. So itch, 1, 2, 3. Itch, 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 and change. Ready? Edge, 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 edge. Well done, shake those legs, shake those arms, and we're going to change to the other leg in front now. Fists up, big rising block, big back punch, big snap kick. Okay? That back punch isn't going to come to the nose though. That back punch is going to come to the belly. So we changed it, we can do different heights now. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay? If I move back so you can see my legs as well. Once I've done 1, this fist is going to come back to the belly. Now when that fist comes out, I'm going to twist those hips and that foot, and I'm going to come there. So now if you have a look, my foot is facing forwards. So I start off with there, I do the big rising block, and when that punch comes out, Look, I'm leaning forwards into it, I'm pushing. So 1, it's bending that knee, so I'm coming down lower, so I'm driving through. 2, I'm twisting that leg, getting ready for that snap kick to come through. And 3, it's helping. Now, your power with that kick comes from the hips. Okay, so if your hips are forwards, that's where it's coming from. When that kick comes up, it's pushing through. So when you twist those hips, you're pushing those hips through with that punch as well. So we've got 1, we twist, which gives us the power with that punch, and then we come back up, and 3. Now look where my fist comes straight back up to. So we've got 1, when that twist comes up, there, my fist comes back to there, and then when that kick comes up, my fist comes back to normal again. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So if you can see when I normally do punches, it's up there. When I twist and do it, it's coming down, right next to that chest in the middle. Okay, fist up again. 1, 2, 3. Edge. 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 Well done. Shake the arms and the legs. And change legs. Fist up again. Get ready. Edge. 1. We twist for 2. And it comes straight back up for 3. Edge. 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 Well done. Okay, shake your legs, shake your arms. Okay, so that combination was a little bit different. You've never really done twisting and punching or anything like that. Usually do those punches up to the nose. It's a little bit different doing that, and adding things like just that little twisting just makes it a little bit harder and a little bit interesting. Okay, so that is a senior belt combination, that is. Just that little twist and pushing those hips through in that punch makes it 10 times more effective and a little bit unpredictable, because if you're always doing your punches up here and all of a sudden you start coming down to the belly, it makes it a little bit different. So obviously it's not practical, you wouldn't use it in a fight or anything like that, but we're not working on that, just combinations. Okay, so hands by side feet together, and we're going to spend 1 minute like usual, just facing forwards. Okay, no blink, you can blink and breathe, but that's it, and nothing else. Hands by side feet together, time starts, not yet, now. So find that spot directly in front of you and focus, nice and still. Well done. Okay, well done. Hands by side feet together. Bow. Nice little drink, and then straight back. Okay, hands by side feet together. Bow. Okay, so your weekly challenge for this week. Your weekly challenge for this week is going to be a little bit different. So it's actually going to be a combination. Okay? So it's that combination we went through at the very end there. Okay, so because it's a little bit differently, and we've done it a little bit different, we're going to spend some time working on it. Okay, so for the week, we're just going to work on that combination. So you've got that rising block. Okay, now the main points on it. So we're going to break it down very specifically. So it's 3 moves, it's all it is. It's a block, a punch, and a kick. Okay, that's all the combination is. But it's a little bit differently for normal. So 1, we've got that block. But usually we start and we'll do the block up there. But if you haven't noticed, when I do that block now, my other fist is coming into the hip, nice and tight. So the block comes up above the head, it doesn't stop there, in front of the eyes, comes all the way up above the head, and the fist comes back. Okay? So that's the first very important part. So from there, when it comes up, it comes nice and back. So from there, it just makes it a little bit easier. So remember, that fist, we're doing the punch, we're not coming up here. So if I was doing a block and I wanted to punch nose height, I'd keep my fist high, because then it can come up there. Okay? But since I'm going at waist height and I want to punch out belly height, that's why when I come up, I bring my fist back to the hip, ready to come out there. Okay, so that's the first point. So we've got one and we've got two. Now next is the feet. So we start with a good stance. We always have it. And we've always taught you, so you might not always know, but from there, the feet comes out. 1, 2, 3, step back. That's how you get a good stance. Okay? So some of you might just go straight into it. And your stances, some of them aren't the best, but I'm not there, so I can't show you. But a good memory for it is 1, 2, 3, back. And that's how you get a good stance from there. Okay? So from there, if you have noticed, my foot is to the side. So one's facing forward and one's facing to the side. So it's almost like an L. Both my feet were facing forwards. It's good and everything, and you can do your moves pointing forwards, but when it comes to spinning moves and stuff like that, it just gets a little bit harder. So one foot points to the side, one foot faces forwards, and we have our fists up. Okay? We've done one, and then when that fist comes in, it's turning backwards. And I'm going up onto my toes. So I'm not slamming it down and then coming there, okay? Because we're not grounded, we're pushing forwards with it. So we're using those hips to push through. So from there, once we've done one, once we've done one and we've come back, we're coming up onto the toes and pushing through, nice and big. And if you see, so I'm usually this tall, when I do the punch, I'm dropping. So I'm dropping into it, which helps me get that fist a little bit lower. So obviously, if I go down there and do a punch, it's not going to work, okay? Because I start to bend my wrist, which is why you have to bend before you can do that fist and come forwards. Okay? So it just helps when you twist onto there, you push those hips forward and bend into it. So we come in there, okay? And then from there, when I come up to do that kick, I push up and forwards, okay? I'm not landing forwards, but from there, I push up and then come nice forwards. It's a nice big kick pushing through. And it's the exact same with the other side as well. One comes up, leg twists, and we push through. That fist comes back again, and we come up and step forwards. So your weekly challenge for this week is just to practice that a couple of times. That's all it is. It's nice and easy. Practice that combination, and let's get it. Well, obviously it's not going to be perfect, but let's work on it. Keep working on it, work on it. The more we work on it, the better it becomes. Very impressed with this lesson. Hands by side, feet together. Bam. Be safe and be good.